Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rona Lee, and then if you're new, thanks for coming. If you're a recent subscriber, thanks for coming back. If you're new, thanks for stumbling on my page. So yes, this vlog is gonna be basically about lifestyle, fashion, living in Canada, and just really documenting my life, more like it. So if you're about all of that, you might want to turn on notification button so you don't get to miss a thing. Yes, so this vlog is very very long awaited. I'm gonna be sharing how I moved to Canada, the pathway to which I took, like the pathway that I took to come to Canada. So I'm gonna be sharing all of that, how I did it, what I did, and then the rest is just so anyone who wants to come to Canada or who wants to japa to Canada by now should already know. Well, if you don't know, I'm here to tell you that you should have taken your IELTS, that's your English test exam. They want to see how well you can speak, write, listen, and basically they want to test your English knowledge, but which shouldn't be, because we in Nigeria, English is our first language. We speak English every day, so why are you testing us on English? I mean, that battle is ongoing, but hey, you still have to write your IELTS, so you should prepare to do that. And then your education evaluation. So I think there are two bodies that does that. That's WES and CAS. Yeah, World Education Services, and the other one is CAS, I think. So you might want to make inquiries. WES delayed me. I think they used about over 6 months to do my evaluation, my education evaluation, and that was because I did diploma. So they used my 3-year course and used someone else's diploma. So there was a mix-up. It was chaotic. I was going to Sydney building every other week in Unilag to what's going on. The day I decided I was going to go and pay for another body to evaluate my results, because I mean West were not forthcoming, and it was the back and forth was already getting too much. So the day I decided to go and pay for another money was the day I just said, okay, let me just check, and then boom, they had done it. So I think I did all of that in 2019. Yes, so 2020 February I did my English test, that's IELTS. I used the two bodies that does that in Nigeria. I think that is British Council and MOD. Okay, yes, so I used MOD. I heard they are more lenient in their marking. I don't know how true it is, but hey, I used MOD and I got overall, I can't remember what I got individually. Overall, I got a 7.5, which 7.5 is low if you want to look at it. 7.5 is low. You should be aiming for an 8.5 or an 8. I got 7.5, and believe you me, I decided I was not going to rewrite any English test, because another it's something thousand I don't have. So I didn't write it again, and then I was hopeful. So by the time the English test came out and my West, by the time I entered the pool, my score was should I tell you people? My score was probably 398 or thereabout. It was very low. And at that time they were not doing any draws. It was, I mean, those 2 years that they held on the draws, they were not doing any federal skilled worker draws in the pool. Even if they now start doing draws, please, we have people with 500 and something scores, 480 something, 407 something. Is it me that has 390 something they want to carry? I mean, I don't understand. But I stayed through. I mean, I was even already contemplating going to do my master's to boost the score. But anyways, so sometime in March 2021, that's last year, we're in 2022, yeah. So one link came out, New Brunswick information session. You see, well, the link was everywhere. At some point, I didn't want to even go for it, because I'm like, this thing don't cast. It has casted, as in for somebody to send to me on WhatsApp. The person does not even know anything about Canada. I'm like, what is it cast? Let me not feel it. But well, my husband said, why not if not? So he opened a profile for me and opened one for himself. I mean, I knew a couple of people that did, a couple of friends and everybody that, registered into it. So we signed and we're just waiting to hear from them. And then on sometime in March, like March 24th or thereabout, I can't remember. It was late in the night, around 11 p.m. I just checked my email and I just saw one mail. Webinar, something, WebEx. I said, my husband, come and see you. I got one mail. It's like, Gege, you don't know what is in your mail. He went to check his own mail. He checked his junk, checked everything. It was not there. It was just me. They sent it to, and I'm like, okay, so this must be it. So, and in the mail, they're very quick. Canadians, I like them. They're very quick to tell you, this is not a guarantee that you are getting a nomination. This is not your nomination. This doesn't guarantee you. The caveat was just everywhere. I'm like, okay, let's even see what it's about. We didn't know what to expect. I haven't heard anything like that before. So I'm gonna show how the mail came. I'm gonna insert it here. So you guys are gonna see what it looks like. And well, yeah, they scheduled the meeting. The webinar was like an information session. So basically, an information session is a webinar where they tell you more about the province, what the province looks like, the population, the demography, the type of jobs you see there, the way the place is like. That was what it was all about. I'm gonna drop the slides of the webinar so you guys can see everything. So they told us how the place looks like, and I'm like, well, if you don't want to stay, of course, this is not even a guarantee that you are getting a nomination anyways. So they scheduled the webinar for the 31st of March 2022. Believe you me, on the 30th, thieves burgled our house. So they took all our phones, our laptops. Okay, and the next day was the webinar. How were we going to attend this webinar when the link and everything was on the phone? Hey God, I started running helter-skelter, just trying to retrieve my SIM so that I can log into the link and then be able to attend the webinar, because that was it. Like, that was what we're waiting for all the while. And then so for some reason we'll not be able to attend. So I did all I could. I borrowed somebody's laptop. We attended the webinar, and yeah, after the webinar, they just practically showed us how New Brunswick looks like, the capital, the population, like I said. So I'm going to drop them in the slides so you guys can see as well. So after that, the webinar ended. It was about over 2 hours. We asked questions about the place, and they answered us. So after that, we didn't hear from them again until May. That was March 31st. We didn't hear from them till like May. And in May, when we heard from them, they just sent us slides of, all what we went through in the webinar. And I'm like, what's going on here? So after that, a month after, they now sent, I just saw in my mail that day, letter of expression of interest that the province of New Brunswick has interest in me, and if I'm also interested, I should write a letter back stating that I'm interested in the province. So you're not interested, okay? Everybody wants to leave Nigeria. You're not, as in, how are you not interested? So we wrote the letter, we are interested, we replied, and then from there, we kept going. We received the state nomination from New Brunswick. Yeah, we received an invitation to apply. Yeah, so we applied and we got nominated. So when you get nominated, there's a point where they give you 600 points if you're familiar with the provincial nomination program. So they gave us an invitation to apply to the province of New Brunswick. So when we applied, they now nominated us. You pay the application fee. There's a fee. I can't remember. It was in dollars you pay. So when you pay, they nominate you. When they nominate you, they give you 600 points. So with the 600 points, I previously had 399 points in the, the evaluation. I had 399 points. So my 399 plus my 600 points from the nomination from New Brunswick now made me have about 999. So they did a draw. The same day we got nominated was a Thursday, was the same day they did a draw in the federal. So there was the way they did it. They were not doing draws. They were not doing the public draws, but they were doing draws for people with nominations. I don't know how they did it, but if if you're familiar with the CIC news, you'll see that you just keep seeing every Thursday or Wednesday when you see the news, they nominated, government of Saskatchewan nominated so people. They nominated, why are they nominating these people? So that was it. They were doing some kind of draws for people with provincial nominations. So they nominated me that same Thursday in the federal. So after the nomination, you have to pay. You have to pay for the federal nomination. Yes, you have to pay for it. It was one huge money we paid, but no amount is too cost to leave Nigeria. Don't quote me. So we paid. After we paid, they require some documents. Most of the documentations that we had done before in the state level, that was in New Brunswick level, we did them again. The kind of things they asked for: your proof of funds, your bank statement, your so get ready your proof of funds. Immediately they nominate you from states, you need to provide your proof of funds. That's your money. Oh, plenty of money. So yeah, depending on the number of your family, you see if you do your research, you know how much for your family size. So that was there. Your employment letter, your letter of reference letter from your place of work, your pay slips, your those are the major documents. Yes, so all that they asked we provided. So after then, they take their time. Let me not say they're slow. Canadians take their time in doing. You cannot rush them. You cannot put them under any type of pressure. When they are ready, they will attend to you. So you need to be patient. This journey requires a lot of patience. If you are not patient, the journey is not for you. It's not for you. You need to be patient and trust your process, and then it will work for you. I hope and pray that your process would work for you. So after submitting all that, when they get back to after 3 months, they now go back to us that we should go and do medicals. Yes, so you book for your medicals at where we did ours was IOM. That was in Ikeja. So you book for your medicals, you go and do it. It's not automatic. You have to schedule an appointment, and you have to get there very early as 6 o'clock. You meet people on the queue. So you go there early, you do your medicals. They send the medical reports to IRCC themselves, so they don't send it to you. After medicals, we didn't hear from them again. 2 months after we heard from them, they said we should go do our biometrics. So you go and do your biometrics at VESF in Lekki. Yes, that's where they take your fingerprints and all that. Yeah, fingerprints. They want to check. Biometrics is just to check your criminal records, to just ensure that you're not a criminal. Okay, so before then you also do police reports, and that's about maybe 5,000 or something. So yeah, you do all of that after biometrics. So when you get to biometrics points, you know that you've scaled through. So after biometrics, you'll be waiting for your ready for visa mail. That's also known as PPR, passport request something. That is, they've searched you are done with the process, and then you are ready for your visa is ready to be stamped. So now, when you get that mail, I mean, some people just go and resign. At that point, I can tell you that you can resign your job. As for many of you that are frustrated on your job, you can resign when you see that mail. So I got the mail on the 9th of March. I was just in my office and I just saw the mail. Bang, bang. I'm like, Jesus. Okay, so yeah, the mail came in on the 9th of March, and then so you have to submit your passports for visa stamping for them to give you your visa. So I'm gonna send you guys, I'm gonna include it, everything, so you're gonna see how it looks like. I'll blow out the names, of course, and everything, but I'm gonna just attach it so you see what it looks like. So when you get that mail, you have to send your passports. We don't have any visa stamping office in Nigeria. Shame. No Canadian visa stamping office, and no embassy. So you literally have choices. You have to send your passports to either Accra, you have to send it to Cairo or London or Germany, or yeah, those are the ones I can remember. What are your choices? So well, there's Lagos in the options, but Lagos, when you are sending it to Lagos, is because you did your biometrics in Lagos. So biometrics, if you did your biometrics in Lagos, you are not going to pay for sending it again. So when we look back and forth, we're not in such a hurry to travel, and the timeline for sending your visa to your passport to Lagos is also going to send it to Accra. So it's just like they're going to send it in bulk and you don't have to pay. But you can decide to send it to Accra direct. You're going to pay for DHL sending it to Accra direct and pay another biometrics money because you did not do your biometrics in Accra or wherever you want to send it to. But we just decided, since we did our biometrics in Lagos, let's just use Lagos. We're not in such a hurry, and the timeline was about 5 to 6 weeks about then. So we just, we'll use that 5 to 6 weeks to prepare and do all the running around, so we decided to go with Lagos. So in going to Lagos, you don't even get to go to VSF office. You're going to go to any DHL office or UPS or whatever courier service that you want to use. You send it through them. They are going to now send it to VSF office. So VSF is going to send it to Accra VSF, where they stamp picture and do all that. So it came back in about 5 weeks and like 3 days. Yeah, the passports came back. The golden mail. I mean, I think that point, that's the most exciting point of all of this journey. I mean, when it all looked like a dream, and then when you get that parcel in your hands, and then it was God at the end of the day, because I mean, I cannot say that this was what I did or I did anything special. I don't know what the criteria was, but I remember the webinar link that came out. There were particular NOCs we were looking for. That is a particular job in occupation and demands that they were looking for. They were looking for other financial services, and I used to work in the bank in Nigeria. So yeah, so I keyed into it. I mean, at some point, yes, the NOC I used, they wrote to me and they were like, they advised me to change my NOC from one other NOC, I think it was 1112 to 1114. These people would advise you. They'll tell you, hey, they'll tell you what to do. It was just grace for me, because I don't know what it is. They wrote me and like, hello, we advise you to change your NOC. Really? So yeah, that was it. That was how it all happened. It happened in the space of 1 year, because I'll say that from the moment we did the webinar to the moment they sent back our passports was just from March to March. So yes, that's a testimony, and we're thankful. We left Nigeria in June. Yes, and yeah, it's about 1 month here. So in my next vlog, I'm gonna tell you guys how we left, what we did, what we bought, the things, the contraband stuff. I'm gonna, I'm just gonna bear it all in the next vlog, so you should look forward to it. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.